So are they duped to believe that they're doing their job? That it's a job? When as a individual's implicated in a civil liability matter, case of liability, insurance claims on it, they're drawn upon what? To do what? So as they fall back on their crutch, once a clutch situation, it becomes their crutch, and they just draw back on karma, which is just a conversation or an energy amongst them, and that's all they got. They don't have anything to start with. They're seeking authority, and the authority isn't there. It's what's called a domino effect. So what is racism? What is racism? What is racism? Like you say, arms race, or race against time. What is racism? What is rape and extortion? What is sabotage and espionage? What is racism? What is a state asset grab in a democratic nation of 300 foreign national backgrounds? Say, what is an original in opposed to a copy? You say, you're born an original, don't die a copy. Don't die a copycat. What is copycats in opposed to an original anything? Two sides to a telephone. There's no two sides to a story. When you understand privacy, space, jurisdict, civil liability, legal precedents. They're just carving out a mole cave in the people amongst them so they can become a sponge for them. So they become their personal sponge, whilst it secures an account copy of stimulated scientific behavioural skepticism that all just streamlines from a mouth, or holding them at ransom for something they don't have. They need sponges, they need breadwinners, they need whatever the fuck it is, and they're doing nothing. They'll find themselves... You say, we're born an original, don't die a copy. So what is an original in opposed to a copy? What is original in opposed to a copy? What is it to be stupid all over an original? What is it to be found stupid all over an original? What is desperation? What is desperation? I'll back up. We're desperate people. We're desperate men. Do whatever. We'll do anything. We're desperate. Desperation is characterized by damage control, violence. What is a project blueprint? What is project blueprints? What is an original in opposed to a copy at any time of the day? Information technology, intellectual property, ideas, creativity, genius, genesis, absolute genius ideas from the younger, the greater. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Albert Einstein said it himself. The ability to imaginate, create, and preserve those imaginations, preserve those individuals, in opposed to pre-existent knowledge. Even people that wish to purchase something or stoop over an original, whilst it's even coming to fruition through growth and development, which just like a young child and all their expectations of workplace enrollments in the world and their workplace opportunities, their career path opportunities. What is a project blueprint? What is an original in opposed to a copy? What is it to be found stupid over an original? What is stolen generation? What is stolen generation? The word to generate. Generate pace. Generate practice. Generate hype. Generate public sentiment, public support. What is it to generate? Like lead generation in the marketing world. Have some piss-weak appointment setter or lead generators working on behalf of what marketers? What company? What piss-weak entrepreneurs? What is stolen generation? What is KPI results? What is a stolen copyright distribution? What is stolen copyright distribution? What is copyright distribution? What is an industrial blocker? What is it? What is industrial blockers? What is a cheapskate manufacturing labelism? What is cheapskate manufacturers? Cheapskate manufacturing labelists. Here's one. What is debenture? What is debenture? What is debenture? What is it to be found stupid over an original? What is debenture? What is offshore sales? What is weapons in? What is embargo? What is embargo? What is an Oedipus complex? What are Oedipus complexities? What is patricide? What is authority? What is authority or philosophy? What is pedophilia? And the pedophiles who can't seek the authority or source the authority to prevent, cease and stop their pedophile acts. What does that say about the characteristics of pedophiliacs? What is arbiter? What is arbitration? What is it to fashion things to one's advantage because they feel threatened? Or the difference between force and friction and exactly what neutrality is, or neutrality itself. Neutral and force, neutrality and force is similar because you can be forced to do nothing. Force is an empty word. Friction, obvious. So force is just a bit like neutrality, isn't it? In neutral grounds. Two sides of a story. The distance. What is diplomatic pardon in a nation like Australia? What is a human Congress tally? What is a human Congress tally in planet Earth? What is a human Congress talent or tally? What's a human Congress talent? Talk about integrated sciences. Talking about civil jurisdiction, freedom, justice, equality, liberty. What is racism? What is racism? What do you make of journalists? You say they're journalists, but they're found committing in-house extortion and never left. Like they're not wandering over the world, wondering, marveling. They're committing in-house extortion every day from a same generation. A den of thieves, and a generation so littered and so potent with theft. All thieves, ill confessionalists. What is racism? What is racism? You give up on the race against time and anybody else to you as a racist. What is racism? What is rape and extortion? What is sabotage and espionage? What is taxpayer-funded gay lobbyist groups? What is a taxpayer-funded operation, period? What is a few sheets in the wind? What is a levy? What is a court levy with a no-show individual? The decisions still go ahead. What is an Australian diplomatic privilege? What is an Australian pardoner? An Australian beneficiary? An Australian protection? An Australian honorarian? What is a covert? What's a covert? What is crying? What is crying? What are numbers in opposed to mass? Trying to control the numbers because you trying to control the mass because you can't control the numbers. What are numbers in opposed to mass? What is power and authority in a number opposed to the domino effect of a mass? What is power and authority in a number, in an individual, opposed to the domino effect of a mass? What is the Church of Scientology in opposed to the Church of Conscious Poverty? Or like saying a national branch of a foreign bandwagon, very impoverished people. Just a national branch of a foreign bandwagon. Very small organisation. What is a problem-solving agency in opposed to a high-cost maintenance institutional staff member association? What is a problem-solving agency in opposed to a high-cost maintenance institutional staff membership association? the ability to problem solve or solve problems with massive job security issues. What is departmental fraud? What is departmental fraud? What is dishonest gain? What are fraudulent princesses and fraudulent princes in 21st century Australia? Departmental fraud, fraudulent princes and princesses through departmental fraud in the nation of Australia. The embezzlement racket and the Royal Commissions behind fraud, embezzlement, anti-terrorist inquiries, anti-terrorist squads, the world's worst, best-kept secrets found declassified to the brink of annihilation as a people. What is incest? What is incession? What is session? What are sponsorship children looking for a free session? What is state-sponsored terrorism? What is state-sponsored terrorism? What is state-sponsored sponsorship kids looking for a free handout from a non-for-profit charity organisation, just like the taxpayer, just like individual victims, under a certain scheme, under a certain operation, under a certain engagement. What is job security? What is job security? What are sore, sad, sorry, broke, busted, disgusted marketing corporate sponsorship children with job security issues? They're looking for a free session every day? What is life experience? Or what is advantage versus advantage? What is it to have an advantage in opposed to an advantage? What is advance? What is it to have an advancement in opposed to an advantage? Advances, grants, any fucking advance, or advanced accounting, advanced expertise. Academic distinction peaking at a limit, or academic distinction in any nation peaking at a limited national average and statistic for you people as a nation, anyone, corporations, private scum, stupid all over it. And failing the world, failing our canvassing partners, failing all the investment, even the simplicity of speaking English language and not taking anybody else's word through it through English. Because the investment was placed in the individual to speak English. You don't have a case to speak. Because burden of proof is laid on the prosecutors, and whoever chooses to do so, like prosecutors, bring it up before anyone's attention, and for you to operate through departments or taxpayers' money or fueled enterprises. Therefore, there's not a question or a case to even speak or present one. The job security. What is a talent? What is a talent? Oh yeah? Yeah. I've got a call then.